What up, what up? Back for a little update on the cars. Wanted to show you guys, ran into a little issue here. As you guys can see, this little pulley here gives tension to the belt when it's running. And it replaces a timing cover. So you gotta silicone it, and I guess my trash silicone job before didn't work, and it was leaking a little bit of oil down. And it was just making a mess. So I went ahead and took that off, cleaned everything off, sanded it a little bit down, and then put silicone like new. It sat overnight. It's kind of ugly, but whatever, it is what it is. I just hope it doesn't leak. So I had to take those belts off to get access to that. So I'm gonna put those back on, and then I'm going ahead and gonna take off the bumper and test fit the RZG intake, see what I need to modify down here to make it fit, and then go from there. So I'll check back with you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, making some progress. I got the belts on and tensioned. All the tensioners are tight. I started it to make sure nothing was squealing. It looks all pretty good. Hopefully that oil leak gets fixed. So now I went ahead and took off the front bumper, so I can go ahead and start mocking up the 3.5 inch RZG intake. I have it set up over here, show you guys what it brings. So pretty much it's this 3.5 inch piping from the throttle body down to this piping that goes through the core support, and then you have this little elbow part that goes right on top of the crash bar through the core support. They got vibrant couplers. That's pretty nice. Got some clamps, the screws for the math, so it looks pretty good, can't lie. Not bad. The welds look actually pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and test fit that and see where, what roadblocks I gotta overcome. So I went ahead and mocked it up. This coupler kind of sucked because I have a bigger throttle body, so this one's, I guess, meant for factory throttle body, so it was a tight squeeze, if I must say. But it's actually pretty nice. Fitment's pretty decent. It was rubbing, I mean, it's still kind of rubbing right there, but it was rubbing a lot more here, so I went ahead and hammered that in, just a tad, so that it would be, a little bit off of it. But here, I'm probably gonna have to do some trimming, just because it's a tight fit and it's really tight, so to give that some clearance. But I'm gonna go ahead and break out the grinder and then show you guys that. Well guys, I must say this was a big pain in the ass. Oh my god, getting it through here was ridiculous. Luckily we got it, and to be honest, I don't think the bumper's gonna fit at all, but that's not my main priority right now. My main priority is just to get it ready for the dyno. So the only thing that I have to do though is I have to put this on before I get to the dyno, because the car's tuned for that other little crappy intake that I have. So I'm just going to use that to get down to the dyno and then put this on. That's why I was test fitting it now, to make sure that whatever I needed to cut here was cut and stuff like that. I pretty much had to just open this whole thing up extreme until this pipe just went through smoothly. And then we got the filter here. Realistically, I thought that this intake would bend down more and the filter would be down here, but I don't know, maybe I installed it wrong. Maybe someone who knows will help me out, but for now that's where it's sitting. That's where I got it to fit, so hopefully that works out. Put it on right before we go to the dyno, and yeah, so that's it for today, guys. In the previous clip I was talking about how with the RZG intake it came all the way down, and it was pretty much sitting like right on top of the crash bar, and it was pushed out more than like how it looked in the pictures and how it looked on other people's setups. So I was wondering, I'm like, why is it sitting out so much? And then, I put two and two together after doing some research, and the throttle body adapter plate obviously pushes the throttle body out a little bit more. So right off the bat, that's gonna make where the intake sits different. And then the way that the supercharger is, it sits higher than how a stock upper plenum would sit. Therefore, it causes the throttle body mounting location to be a little bit different, therefore making the intake sit where it did. It's not a big deal though. For the dyno, I'm gonna have it like that, and I'm not even gonna have a bumper on, so that's okay. But what I'm gonna do for the future in order to be able to run a bumper is right here where the pipe sticks out, I'm gonna have a 90-degree coupler. Might have to cut a little bit here or do something there, but and then that way I'll have like a little tiny piece of pipe with the filter, right underneath there, and that way I could run the bumper. The reason it was hitting the bumper was because I have that little carbon fiber air duct, and the air duct was literally bumping right into the filter, and I really like that air duct. Call me a ricer, whatever, I don't care, but I really like it and I want to keep it. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna have to end up doing. We have the dyno in a couple of days, so that should be a really good video. Hopefully cars do well and everything works out. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know how you guys feel about the videos. If you hate them, you love them, what I could do better. Just go ahead and comment below. Thanks guys. Peace. Another day here in the garage. So guys, I went ahead and test fitted all the intake piping and stuff like that. I wanted to make sure that was good before I went ahead and put it on before going to the dyno. So the only things I have left really to get it dyno ready is I have the cam sensor seal, these little O-rings. So I gotta go ahead and install those. I don't think they were leaking that bad, but just for peace of mind. And then I also went ahead and got a new dipstick, because I don't know if you guys have ever had this issue. Well, I have. Is that sometimes with like the older little grommet, the older little grommet, it sometimes will leak. So that's why I was just like, look, it's like a $20 part, might as well just get it. So that's it for that. And then I went ahead and tried another belt from DYNO. It's a 49-inch belt. It still, to me, feels a little bit too long, but what I'm going to go ahead and do is drive it around, see if it's holding the boost, and if it is, then great. If not, what I'm going to do is probably go down to a smaller belt, which is maybe like 48 3/4 or like 48 1/2, and then see if that, solves my issue, because I don't want to have belt slip on the dyno. So that's the next thing. And then oil change, filter, and, oil, obviously. And then buddy of mine, Andrew, let me borrow these stocks so that I could put them on for the dyno. I do have another set of stocks. Just unfortunately, like, the tires are really, really dry rotted, so that's kind of sketchy on the dyno. And yeah, I don't want that to happen to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the radials off, mount those tires up, and then once the dyno's done, hopefully everything goes well, I'll go ahead and put the radials back on. So yeah, pretty much almost there, guys. The next little video would probably go ahead and be our dyno day, or driving down to the dyno. So wish us luck, man. We really are nervous and anxious, full of emotion, because we built these things ourselves, and cars are cars. But hopefully everything works out well, and yeah, we can continue to produce content, videos for you guys. We definitely want to go to the track a lot more. So just stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Oh yeah, and don't make fun of the Saturn. It's on a donut. Peace.